Hello everyone, this is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com and I am super excited you're here. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. I thought it was streaming and I just found out that it was not. So technical difficulties here, it happens every so often. It beats us. So hopefully uh, it is solved now. Oh, Sus, can you hear me now? Can you see me now? Thank you for being here and waiting. That is awesome. Thank you, Susie. So I I've talked for like 4 minutes and nobody was listening to me. We're going to be working today, sorry, on a card that it's called a fold out card. I found it on Pinterest. I cannot recall exactly the person that I saw it from initially, but I will look for it and kind of put the information below so you guys can look at her cards as well. So I am going to start with the basics. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and if you didn't know that, hey, if you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, please let me know, and I will gladly send you a free catalog. And all you need to do is send me an email to maria@mariascraftingcorner.com. If you have sent me an email in the past, please send again. There was a glitch with the email. I was not even aware, so I don't know if I missed people or not. So if you've had in the past, just send it again if it's possible. And I do appreciate your understanding that. Sus, can you see me now? I'm just making sure that it all is working appropriately. I'm gonna give her a couple minutes just because I know for sure that there's a delay. So let's get started with what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so we are going to be using new paper, one of my favorite papers. I love it. Oh my God, I do love these papers that came in the new catalog. This is called Texture Chic. And let's go to the crafting table here 1 minute. Okay, and these are the colors. I am not sure if it's going. Okay, I sure hope I am live. Let me see. 1 second, I'm going to text. Okay, hopefully that works. Let's go back to our paper here because it's really worth it. So all these paper brings, it's 12 by 12 and it brings two of each. And you know that our designer series paper, and this is actual specialties designer series paper, is a double-sided. So let me show you. This is the simpler side. And I have this on top because I will be using these today. Then this one, oh my God, I absolutely love Shabby Chic. And then we have these that has some gold in it. And I am in love with it. You know, guys, that I am like a ferret. I've mentioned that several times. And I think that it's just gorgeous. Okay, so these are the papers we'll be using today. These Texture Chic paper, also the suite comes with this gorgeous, and I just forgot the name of it. Let me see. It is called Distress Gold. I'm sorry about that. I forgot the name. I absolutely love it because it's just like, it has, you know, like parts of it, and I again, very Shabby Chic, very gorgeous. I am excited. Oh, yes, Susie, I'm so happy. Now has that been a mess today? I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to start again. I'm going to be using Sahara sand, and this is a 12 by 6 inches. And we are going to start with scoring this card. This card is really simple. So we're going to go and score at 4. You know me, I always mess up, so I'm moving this as far away as possible so there's not a big issue. Okay, we're going to score at 4, and then we are going to score. Let me make that score a little bit more noticeable. Put some strength into it, huh? Then we're going to extend our arm here from our trimmer, and we're going to score at 8. So we're just divided in 3, right? That's what it is. Okay, so we have the scores, and now we're going to fold it. I'm just going to move this a tiny bit for now. Part of this mess today, it's because I had to work a little bit later than I was intended to or planning to, and I have to like put everything together super quick, and I feel that that's why probably I was not paying enough attention to if my program was in the right place. Okay, let's try to see if that holds, because I hate when my grid paper moves. Now let's go ahead and fold. Let's bring our bone folder and go ahead and make those edges looking good. Okay, so yes, this is exactly how it's going to look eventually, but we're going to make it a little bit different. We're going to spice it up a tiny bit. Okay, so this could be a perfect card as it is, right? You can put your front here, you can make something else here, and your sentiment or whatnot on the front, and here just the spot for writing. Again, we're just going to make it a tiny bit different, because we all know I like to be a little complicated. So, and as you can tell, my thingy today is not willing to stick, so hopefully this gets solved in a minute or two, because otherwise I really hate when my paper moves. It's just so annoying. So sorry about these. I'm going to grab another piece and go ahead and wish me luck now. So what are we going to do? So what we're going to do is we're going to create like different gates, different size gates, let's call it that way. So one of our panels are going to be a little bit smaller. The other one is going to be, you know, maybe a little bit higher around here, and then we'll have in the end the back of the card. So what I did initially is I aligned again at 4, okay, and cut. And now we're going to cut all the way to 2. Now I'm just making sure that it's there in the 2, okay? And then we're going to turn this over and align at 2 and cut that. And it may be in that, oh no, this was okay. If it's a little shorter, it's always better. It's much easier to cut a tiny bit than if you went further than you needed. And this one, we are going to align at 8, like we did. It's just to make it easier for us. It's a little bit harder because it's here and with the paper, but you can tell that's sort of at 8. And then of course the score is letting us know that it's in the right place. Oops, sorry about that. There's the dogs. And now we're going to cut these up to 3.5. Okay. And that's more or less 3.5. And we're going to do the exact same thing we did before with the other side. We're going to go this way and align, and this will be 3. So this is 6, we just cut at 3.5. So we either align this way and cut at 3, or align this way and cut at 3.5. I hope that makes sense. But well, since I have it here, we're going to cut at 3.5. And there's our 3.5. And again, it's much better to use your scissors a tiny bit and cut if you missed it than if you cut too much. And that seemed to be struggling here. Look at that. I guess my trimmer is telling me that I've been using it a whole lot and that it needs a new blade. Thankfully, I always have those around, and I am going to remove these one and bring a new one so we have nice clean cuts. Okay, we're not going to use these any further, but you can always save them. Those are good to play with. So what are we going to do next? Okay, I'm going to start by saying that I decided to use like everything available today. I don't know why I got so excited, but I am going to, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, so this is how it's going to look. And before I forget, we are going to cut a smidge of these side. So I'm thinking about 1/8 or 1/16. It's just a smidge we're cutting, because when it goes into here, then we will have, it just does not allow it to close correctly. So it will be okay. And if you see here, I don't know if you're able to see it, this has like, now it has a bigger difference, but it's okay because this is going to have beautiful paper, so you're going to be able to see the paper. Okay, so let's move that out of the way, and let's bring, we are going to start by using our basic borders. I'm going to use our curved one. And let me put this out here. Yes, we're going to have to do it all together, because either if I did it on my own, it would have been, hey Lisa, how are you? So good to see you. If I didn't do it here, like the card would have been done pretty much, and it would have been just the decorating, and you wouldn't be able to see what I was about to do. So let's see, let me move this a tiny bit like this, and hopefully we're able to move this. I'm going to put these, let me remove this here. Does anybody have the magnetic, how you call these, the magnetic piece of these? I forgot the name, oh my God. That's Maria for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these, and it's not going to be, you know, like a clean centered one, because we obviously can't go all the way here, but we're going to make it work as best as we can. So we're going to put that there, align it to these score, and let me do this. Let me take off my email so you can actually see what I'm doing. Move it a little bit, align it to the score, and we are going to run it through the embossing machine. And yes, you guys know I love my Post-it tape, and I am actually using 2 because I really want it to stay and not create an issue. Let me move this a tiny bit. Okay, that may be better. Let's cross fingers that it works. I can't tell you. Oh, thank you, platform. Yeah, Lisa knows that I forget to speak English sometimes. It's a thing. It's a common thing. Okay, so we are going to roll these through. Yep. And it went through, and I'm just going to come backwards. It's much easier. Okay, and now we're going to do that to all our all our card. Sorry. Okay, we're going to remove this one, remove that one. We'll cut these here. Let me move. I know it's a little bit messier because I needed to have some, how do you say, some extras. So we're going to cut that piece with our snips real quick. And I have to say that I absolutely love the fact that almost everything that Stampin' Up does, all these dies have the, you can get the stitch on this side or you can get it on the other side. I cannot tell you, like when I discovered that, I was in heaven. It was so cool. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing for each piece. And I probably should have had that ready and just show you. Sorry about that. I didn't think about that. So I'm going to move as quick as possible with this, as possible as Maria can do, because I'm not exactly the fastest of crafters. And I'm hoping my big head is not in your way. Okay, I'm putting one and then I'm putting the other, and that's one of the real cool things about the Post-it, guys, that you are able to reuse it. And so it's just saves so much time. Okay. Guess what, Lisa? No fussy cutting today. Lisa's favorite is not fussy cutting. Okay, we are doing these. Take it off. Throwing in the trash. You guys can see some of my dog's hair because why not? Oh God in heavens. Let me bring another piece. Okay. And we're going to do the last one. Thank you for being patient with me. But again, we're going to use the score line to align this one and make sure that we don't go over there. And we can make it as straight as possible, I would like to say. You know what? I was such a not a fussy cutter, and then I joined Stampin' Up, and here we are. Okay, woohoo! At least that is done. So let me move this friend out of the way because it's definitely heavy and takes a lot of space. And we are going to remove these. And there's a dog barking. So, and we're just going to go ahead and cut. Okay. And that seemed to give us a little bit of an issue there. So we can use our snips to just go ahead and cut all the way. And remove that ugly thingy that is right there. Let's see if that helps better. Okay, there we go. I think we got it good enough. Okay, so this is the card, and yes, this is how it's going to look like. Okay, now bear with me because we're going to be using this gorgeous papers, and I can't tell you guys how much in love I am with this. I do not have them cut because I don't know exactly where this is going to land, you know, so it's a calculation you'll have to make if you want to replicate the card. I'll give you like a general idea. So if this, again, if this was we cut all the way to 3.5, and we probably took about 1/4 of an inch, or maybe more, maybe 5/8, or even a 1/2 an inch. But we are going to do it and use our trimmer to work for it. I know, Susie, it's that platform is in my waiting list. I do have to get it. I think eventually I will go for it. And so what I am going to do is I'm going to calculate, yes, you can see well. I'm going to not include the, I'm going to call it a slope because that's what came to my brain right away. But I'm not going to include this slope when I'm calculating the paper I'm going to put, or you know, the paper, oh my God, I can't talk today, the layers. Okay, so we have, this is aligned to our, and it's telling me it's more like 2 and an 1/8. So I'm going to cut 2. And I know it looks weird here, but I promise you it's going to look amazing. So we're going to use our, again, I'm in love with this paper, and cut an 2. I'm going to go cut it all the way. And we know already that this is 4, right? That has not changed. So this is around 2 by 4. And so we're going to do, this was 3 7/8. Let's cut it at 3 7/8 and wish for the best. Okay, so these and this, okay. Very important because these, thank you, Lisa. Hey, I'm a translator. Oh, goodness. Just be mindful because these do have when you die cut, they do have a front and a back, and it's very obvious. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very obvious. So this is obviously the back, so be mindful when you're making the card. So this is going to go here, and it fits. That's good news. So this one was, we said 2 by 3 5/8. That means the next one is 1 7/8. I'm not going to cut it all the way. And it would be 3 1/4. I can't believe I know how to do this so well. Like math and actually fractions was never my strength. But hey, this is what happens, you learn. Okay, so this is our first piece, and we're going to go and glue again because that will help us guide how we're going to decorate the rest of the card. Of course, because today is today, my Stampin' Seal Plus is, as you can tell, almost done. I'm pretty sure it's going to abandon us at the middle of the show. And so we'll have to go ahead and put one there because there's a few pieces to it, and I really don't want to have to use the tear and tape. No matter how much I love it, tear and tape takes time. So these, and so we're going to align well there. Oh, I moved it. There you go. Phew. Align to that. And so you know this is what I do. Hello, I got these from, again, I'm using like everything and anything today. This is from Blessings of Home. It's one of their dies. I love this set, and this is so useful. I love it. Hi, Sharon, how are you? So what I did is I die cut it in, what's it? Oh my God. Petal Pink. And I just embossed it with some gold. I don't know if you can tell. So that's why I was telling you, don't worry much about that because we are going to put this one on top of here. So we're going Shabby Chic all the way in today's life. We are going to do the next one. We're going to go ahead and bring our wonderful trimmer. I don't know what I would do without this trimmer. It is definitely, it's what's helped me to really move forward. And we got these, and that's how it's going to roll. Let me move this a tiny bit so we know exactly where to cut. So this is almost at 6. I don't know if you can tell, but this one, let's move a little bit here. This is more at 5 and almost 5 and I would say 3/8, give or take. So we are going to do, just to be sure, it seemed like 3/8 was there. You know what? I'm going to do a 5 3/8, and we know it's 3 7/8. So we're going to go all the way here. just because it's much better to cut a little bit than to cut too much. We know that. And we said 3 7/8, and that's the next one. And we missed a tiny bit here. And we'll just use our snips to go ahead and cut it. Okay. Don't you just love this paper? Am I the only ferret in this group? Okay, there we go. It fits. It's a little bit shorter, but I'd rather keep it like that. That's fine. And we're going to do the exact same thing with these pieces in here. And I think it's just going to look gorgeous. Okay, and now we're going to do, for that, in the back, we're going to use this one. And so if that was 5 and, we said that was, so 5 1/4 is what I end up cutting. I'm going to cut 5 1/4 just in case. And 3 7/8, that means 3 1/4, 3 3/4, sorry. Okay. Let's see how this rolls, if it's going to be okay. It's a little bit taller. That's what we expected. But I always have a cheat sheet when I am live, I have to say. And today I don't have it. So you're seeing me doing my math live. And let me tell you about that. It's not a good thing. Okay, let's go ahead and add this one here. So we do... Again, this is the first part. This is going to be the next one. Don't make a mistake, Maria. This is too much of a beautiful paper to make mistakes. I've been learning the hard way, and so I put my adhesive on the sides, and I'm able to use this to maneuver while I glue it to the other layer. And that has been a new discovery, but I've been fairly successful with that. Which is kind of a thing. Okay, so we are going to align these to this side, of course. And because this was a smidge smaller, we are going to try to center it best we can. Okay, so we have 2. Now, I forgot to cut 2 pieces of these because you guys know me. I like it all decorated. I cannot help it. So we'll do that right away before I forget the measurements. I actually already forgot them. Somebody taking notes? So we had said 2, if I'm not mistaken. Was it 2, 2 1/4? I think we had said 2. So I have just to take a smidge in here. And of course we already know more or less where to cut. And this was 3 7/8. That's the only one that's easy to cut because we know it's 3 7/8 because all of them are 4, right? What we did is cutting these in 3 different exact areas. So we have three panels in the same width, and this will be the length, right? So this one should be okay. And hey, that's good memory, Maria, I have to say. Kudos to me. And then we go, let's move that beautiful paper. I really want to make sure that this will fit, and I'm not sure it will. I'm trying to save some paper here. Let's go and cut. So this would be 3 3/4. I'm going to cut there, and this needs to be, we said 2, so 2 and we said 2, right? Ugh. I don't want to mess up my paper. So I was right. It's 2, so 1 7/8. And there we go. And it works, people. Good. Hey, Margarita. Okay. So this wonderful program allows me to connect with Facebook and with YouTube at the same time. And I know I probably mentioned that I am from Costa Rica, and so I have a lot of beautiful family and friends in Costa Rica. So if you hear me talk in Spanish, that's why. And like I said, definitely, oh my God, did you see that? This friend is dying. Or let me reframe that. This is dead. So we are going to align this and put it right there, leaving that 1/8 of an inch that we are usually leave. And there we go. Okay, so I know this is boring, but I am going to change this real quick. Useful to see if you have Stampin' Seal Plus. I absolutely love it. I don't know if you guys, what you guys use. I have to be honest, I do like the tear and tape. It just takes a lot of time to take off the little pieces, and just definitely not my best friend. Okay, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to put this the right way, guys. 1, 2, and 1, 2. That was quick and easy. I'm just gonna make sure this is going to run well. It seems like it's running. Maybe, I don't know. It seems like it is. So wish me luck. We're going to go with the last of the pieces, the last of the panels. And this one we know it's 4. What we need to know it's these. And like I said, I'm going to calculate it there. So it's like 3, and I think we can cut it 3.5. So let's cut the gold piece at 3.5. And again, it's always much easier to cut it and then 4. Let me see if that was true. Okay, 3.5. Okay, let me make sure, because I am making some calculation wrong. So this needs to be, we know, 3 7/8. So that one, it's okay. And I am going to take an 1/8 from that one that I calculated and see if that works. Kish, mostly. I don't know what you guys think. I think it's not exactly okay, and it's fine because we have another piece here. And so let's calculate this. It's 3. Oh, I know what my mistake is. Haha. Remember that we took an 1/8 of an inch here, so this closes well. So this is no longer 4. This is, that was my mistake. This is now 3 7/8. So we need to cut a 3, and I think I'm going to do this way though. A 3 3/4. Okay. And then we had said to cut around 3.5. Whoops. So we're going back here, going to go back to 3.5 and see if that works. And I didn't cut all the way, obviously. And I mentioned I am really not good with the scissors to cut straight. It's like very disappointing. Let's see if this works. Now that's a little bit better. We need to take off, I would say, it does well here, but it does not do well here. So I would say I'll take an 1/8 of an inch here. Okay. Thank you for sticking with me, people. I am sorry I couldn't really work this out before the live. I really wanted to be able to explain some of these details. And so that, yeah, takes a little bit more time. So we said this was 3 1/4. So we're going to cut now at 3 5/8. And we are going to go here from, it was like 3.5. We said, I'm going to cut at 3, and this was 3 5/8. And I think it's going to be a little bit bigger. Let me just make sure I have the right side, because these are very similar measurements, right? It's almost a square, but it's not. So I'm going to take an 1/8 off, and this should match. Okay, it does. Woohoo! And since we're at it, let's cut these again. we said not 3, so it has to be 3. Oh, Maria, what am I doing? Let's use this. We said 3 in there, so we need 3 1/4, and it was to 3 1/2. And I know it was less than 3 1/2, but let's do 3 1/2 because that will be easier. And that's our 3 1/2. It's a little bit easier to cut from there. Okay. I believe we needed 1/8. Exactly 1/8. There we go. Make sure it works. And if it's there, we go. And we'll do this one. That's not what I'm looking for. Where are my other papers? I have them in here. Don't worry. Okay, one more piece in these, and that one was, so 3 1/4. I'm going to use these. I like this side better. So who likes Shabby Chic? I'm just wondering. Who's into it? You know what I would like? I would like for Stampin' Up to have like more lace, because that's totally up my alley. I love lace. Can't help it. Okay, and so we cut, and that was 3, and so 3 5/8. And again, it's much easier to cut a tiny bit because we can't glue it. So back in here, we'll use this one as a guide, and we'll obviously need to take, I don't know, it's hard to see, 1/8 on both sides. With that. And if you're just joining us, I'm so sorry we don't have the measurements cut in here because we are, the card, I was working with the card base, and it kind of made, it was different than usual, and it took me a little bit to work on that. But I think we are moving along decently enough. So we're gonna, so I'm gonna use this side in here. I love this side. And we need to, again, this is such a small difference between one side and the other that we need to make sure that we're actually adhering the right one. Ah, look at that. Jesus, somebody got excited. Man, poor paper. Okay, let me try that again. Oh, come on. There you go. I'm doing it slowly. Okay. And we got it. Okay, I'm gonna move as fast as possible. I'm sorry it's getting a little longer than I intended. We're going to put this one here. And we're still having an issue with that corner. I think I'm just going to like cut it eventually. No, actually, if both corners cover each other, it'll be fine. Okay, so we are done with these layering. I'm sorry it took so long. Now let's go to these. So we created these, and I explained earlier that I used the Blessings of Home dies, this one here, and cut in petal pink and emboss some gold into it. And so we are going to put this one here, and we can center it, and we can take off, if we need to snip a little bit here or a little bit there, it'll be fine. We are going to do one side, and these are for the front. Okay, we're going to use our wonderful glue that of course came out super excited too. Blessings of Home is one of those funny stamps and bundles that I didn't get at the beginning. I got it a little bit ago, and I fell in love with it. So funny how things work out. Okay, we're going to center that big flower, and we're going to put it here. We'll snip that one here in a minute, and maybe we don't need to, because this will be already there. I think it'll fit well, and we're going to do the same with this one. Okay, just tiny bits of it. Move it ahead. I am getting all my fingers gluey, because why not? And here we go. See, that one is a little bit different. For some reason, it's not fitting as well as the other one fit. Isn't that interesting? Okay, let's give it a good push. Hopefully it doesn't glue to the, and this is how it looks. What do you think so far? Can you really see it? It's hard because it's too much gold. I decided to leave this one just in pink, so we can actually see it better. Okay, and so we're going to go ahead and put this one here, and so this is just our petal pink, and we can put it a little bit down so it's not too complicated that way. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you like it? I think it's cute, and again, I just like the embossed, the gold embossed here. So what's next? What's next is our sentiment on the outside, and I have one of these. This belongs to the new stylish shapes, and this is, hey, hi, thank you for joining us. This is I love these ones. It's a new in our new catalog, and I have to tell you, is really, really cute. Okay, so we're going to stamp, and I had stamped earlier and I was not sure what color to use. I decided to definitely go with the Sahara sand, and we're going to be using, and those of us who are here that know Lisa Corsia, she is my upline, and she created this, the Charming Sentiments, and I know I can see the reflection. Let me see. But what I love about these is that they have their own dies, and I love them too. I mean, like, I love everything that it says. I love all about these sets, so definitely you should try it if you like it. Let me try this one here. Seems like it's doing okay, and I'm just going to put this hay there. Let me move this and to make it straight, and I hope my big head is not going to be there in the way, but and there we go. Don't go. And we're just going to put it here, very simple. Let me bring, and if you know me, you know I'm going to use dimensionals because I love my dimensionals. Man, it's almost like an addiction. Okay, and we're just going to put a cute hay there in here, straightish mostly. We're going to move these up, and so I did this. So who was yesterday at Lisa's live? I don't know, whomever was, if you were there, she used the blending pens, and I did. I had thought about this too. So using those stylish shapes, sorry, my name, I forgot. I used, this is from Happiness Abounds. I told you guys I'm using like everything available today. It's weird. I use our Happiness Abounds new stamp set, and I just used I love this rose, and stamp it, emboss it, and did use the blending pens to just create some soft color. It's not anything super complicated, because it's, you know, we're just like really putting some dark here and there to create some of that depth in the flower and in the leaves. And I use the petal pink, and I use our Sahara sand. I was gonna say Sahara dust. I guess that's what it is, right? And this is going to go in here, okay? And so what I envisioned, and I have a couple ready here, is I used, again, everything available, the tailor tags, tailor-made tags, sorry. I absolutely love them. And of course I had to use a bigger hole because I was using these soft polyester in petal pink, and it's a little thicker than I expected. So what I want is to put this one in here and this one in here. And I did leave to work in here. So let me ask you a question. Do you guys want to see me do something similar to this? Because I have another one in white that I was going to emboss, but that will take another 10 minutes easily. Or should I just leave it as is, and we'll put the white one so somebody can write the, you know, the card there and drop it in there? What do you guys prefer, since you guys are here with me? So yes, this is good. Remember that I told you guys that I'm working on getting my skills to build a mini album. So this is mini albumish. I would say. So I know albums always have like pockets and things like that. So I figured I'm going to create my own pocket here and then put some of these there. So you guys tell me what you prefer. In the meantime, because I know there's a delay, I'm going to use glue in the right place, hopefully. And glue around here and glue around here. And we're going to glue these towards the bottom, because the first one of those tailor-made tags are a little bit longer, and so I don't want them to. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry, and we are going to, of course, do the other sentiment, which is, I have it here. This is, so I love this one. It says, wishing you everything wonderful. And I think this is just so lovely. Such a lovely sentiment, such a lovely, I love all those sentiments in there. Let me grab a piece. I'm trying to grab just a, and I was thinking of making these in gold too, but I think that I want them in the petal pink. Okay, so wish me luck. Oh, this does not have to be. I forgot that we're actually going to cut it. So, oh, I love it. I love the petal pink. I can't help it. It's one of those shades that I can absolutely adore. So we're gonna align this friend. And these are not always easy to align for some reason. I'm hoping I have the right, yeah, I have the right. Thank you, Lisa. I think that you just see me with the, I don't know, in Spanish we say, like, you see me with eyes of love. Is that something similar in English? Or loving eyes would be, right? You see me with loving eyes. Anyways, let's die cut this one real quick, and I'm going to move up here instead of bringing my big die cut machine up there, because it's a little bit easier. Okay, isn't this wonderful? I absolutely love this idea. So now you have your little sentiment there, and I just love it. And so this is going to go in here like so. And we're going to use, of course, dimensionals if I find them, because they like to hide from me. Yeah, Susie, I saw you there. I say, Susie, hey. So it was so funny when she started using the blending pen because I'm like, huh, I guess we're thinking the same thing. It was funny. Okay, so there we go. Is that even straight? I think it's a straight. And that will go there. This one will go here. Ta-da! Hey, that was not too bad. I read like a crazy funny. Was that clear, my explanation? So here you go. We have one panel that opens, have another panel, and then we have this end here that cuts. I really like this, how it turned out, to be fully honest with you guys. There are many things extra that you can do that I'm not going to do. You can make this one more like a folding panel, if you call it, and I'll show you, try to turn this into a like gift card holder would be a good idea, or put the gift card in here too. That could be a good idea. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Okay, let me show you. So that's the first one I made. That's the one I made, and this is the other two I made. So this one is using Eden's Garden. Oh, I always forget my bling bling. I love bling and then I forget it. How does that happen? So I don't know if you guys seen these flower adhesive back trinkets, but I am in love with them. They were a little dishbeveled when I got them. You know, it happens. I want to put one here, and I'm going to put, they are supposed to be like two different colors, but it's hard to see really. I don't see it. One is supposed to be a little more pinkish. So anyways, there you go. I remember my bling bling. So this is one. So this is the other one I used. I love this paper. It was in our mini catalog from our second mini catalog last year, and it was called Eden's Garden, and I just love everything about it. So I made this one, and it was a little simpler, but I love the fact that you can use all those many dies that the Stampin' Up has, that has you know, some shape to it. I love to be able to use those to create something different. And then this is the last one, and I absolutely am in love with this one. I know that I love coloring, so that's part of the reason of it. But I used one of the clouds from our basic borders. I love those clouds. And so kind of going back here, it goes, and so I just created the clouds here. I used the kites too, just to make it fun. And then I have this one. This is what I was telling you about. I did left it open for a gift card. It does not fit well this way, so it'll have to go all the way there. So you can create it there, and it's still showing. It's not, so this one is barely there. And I used, in this case, I used tear and tape. So maybe if you use glue and just really do it towards the button, it will not show on here. But I think it's a great addition to it to make the card just, you know, work it. If you have not done this, you should, and is use those borders to create your own stencils, because all these clouds, I made my own stencil for that. And all I did is run it through, you know, through the embossing folder. I got some Mylar in Amazon. It's linked below. I loved it. I use it for many. I create my own stencils when Stampin' Up doesn't have it. And so it's just a lot of fun. And that's it. And actually this one I left open because What a Happy Day is such a general sentiment that you can make it have a wonderful birthday, congratulations on something else. It could be for a baby. So bottom line, you can make a lot with this card. And so that's why I did not kind of push another sentiment. Okay, so these are the cards that I have. I hope you guys like it. I love this. I love coloring, I have to say. And I know if you've been here before, you know I love it. I don't do it on camera because it takes a little bit longer and I don't want to just be a half an hour and a half kind of video. But I love coloring. And I did use here, I don't know if you can see it, this is some vellum just to make it fun. There's no vellum here. That one has vellum and this one has vellum too. Again, just to create some extra interest in it. It's hard to see. Anyways, I would love for you to tell me which one is your favorite. I am a Shabby Chic kind of person, so I really like this one. Again, you can call me the favorite. It's all good. And this one is very important because I am going to send it to somebody very, very important to me. So those are the cards. Thank you so much for being here. If you are watching the replay, do let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. And if there's anything else you would love to see while I learn how to make mini albums, I think probably in a couple more videos I'll be more, what would be encouraged, risky, taking the risk to get something closer to an album. But it's not yet. We will get there. We will get there. So thank you so much. I do hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I don't know. Oh, I always forget when I'm chatting with you guys, I forget like the other technical pieces. If you want a catalog, do send me an email at mariascraftingcorner.com and I will happily send it to you for free. And if you've emailed me before, the email was not working, there was some glitch in it, who knows, and it was not working, but it's all resolved now. So again, I really appreciate you guys being here and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.